All right, so today we're going to be taking a deep dive into Manus AI,
Okay.
this new AI agent from China that's been causing quite a stir online.
Yeah, it seems like it.
And we're here to really try to break down, what exactly is going on with Manus AI? Why is everyone so excited about it?
Yeah.
And is it all hype, or is there something really special going on here?
Right.
And we've got two great sources lined up for this.
Right.
We've got a video straight from the Manus AI team themselves,
Okay.
kind of showing off what Manus can do.
Hmm.
And then we've got some insights from AI and SEO expert Julian Goldie.
Excellent.
So, yeah, I'm excited to dive in and see what we can learn about Manus.
Me too.
So, I guess first things first, like what is Manus AI? What sets it apart from all the other, AI tools and chatbots and things that we've been seeing lately?
Yeah, well, I think what's so intriguing about Manus is that it's really focused on action.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of AI tools that can generate ideas and provide information.
Hmm.
But Manus actually takes those ideas and runs with them. It actually executes tasks in the real world.
Okay.
So it's like having a digital assistant that can not only suggest solutions, but actually implement them.
Oh, that's a huge difference, right?
It is a huge difference.
It's not just, telling you what to do, it's actually doing it for you,
Exactly.
which is yeah, pretty amazing. And I think that's what the Manus team, really emphasizes, bridging that gap between like conception and execution.
Right.
And even the name itself, right? Manus comes from the Latin phrase mens et manus,
Oh,
which means mind and hand working together. So it's really about that, like, practical, real world application of knowledge.
I like that. Yeah, mind in hand.
Yeah.
That's at the core of it for sure.
Yeah, and we see that really reflected in the demos that they show in the Manus AI video.
Oh, okay. So they show Manus in action.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
There's three main demos that they highlight.
Okay.
One is screening resumes.
Huh?
Another is researching New York real estate. Wow. And then the third one is conducting a correlation analysis between stocks.
So it's pretty diverse in its capabilities.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating is, it's not just about like, okay, here's a list of the top resumes, or here's, a summary of the real estate market in New York.
Right.
It's actually like taking those tasks and breaking them down into smaller steps and actually performing those steps.
Okay.
Like, for example, in the resume screening demo, they ask Manus to create a spreadsheet.
Oh, wow.
And it just does it, like it learns how to create a spreadsheet based on the user's request, and then it generates the spreadsheet with the relevant data from the resumes.
So it's learning and adapting on the fly.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not just following pre-programmed instructions. It's actually like understanding the user's intent and then figuring out how to fulfill that intent.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, and that adaptability, is even more apparent in the real estate example.
Okay. So
Well, they give Manus this really complex task, like research the real estate market in New York City, find the best neighborhoods for young professionals, and then create a budget for, buying an apartment in one of those neighborhoods.
wow, that's a big task.
It is a big task, and Manus just like tackles it head on, breaks it down into a to-do list.
Okay.
It scours websites for information. It even writes a Python program.
And it writes code.
It does, yeah. It writes
Yeah.
the Python program to calculate the budget based on, like a down payment, closing costs, all that stuff.
That's incredible. So it's exhibiting like problem solving and task management skills that we typically associate with, human researchers.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just about accessing and processing information. It's using that information to take concrete actions.
Right.
And that Python program, it's not just a party trick. It's a demonstration of Manus's ability to understand and manipulate data in a meaningful way.
So it's not just regurgitating information, it's actually using it to solve complex problems.
Right.
It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, and this ability to understand and manipulate data is also highlighted in the stock analysis demo.
Okay. How so?
Well, in this demo, Manus actually creates an interactive website. Yeah, to visualize the data that it's collected on these different stocks.
So it's pulling data from APIs.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pulling data from APIs, which are essentially interfaces that allow different software systems to communicate with each other.
Right.
And then it's using that data to generate this website, with charts and graphs and all sorts of interactive elements, all autonomously.
Hold on. Let's rewind for a second.
Okay.
For those of us who might not be super familiar with coding, what's the significance of Manus being able to like write a Python program
Mhm.
or interact with these APIs?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Like, why is that such a big deal?
Well, it's a big deal because it shows that Manus isn't limited to like basic tasks.
Yeah.
Python is a very versatile programming language. It's used for a wide range of applications,
Sure.
from web development to data analysis to machine learning. And the fact that Manus can write a Python program to solve a specific problem, in this case, calculating a budget,
Right.
it demonstrates its ability to apply its knowledge in a practical way.
Okay, so it's not just like a theoretical understanding of coding. It can actually put that knowledge into practice.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not just like, reciting facts about Python. It's actually using Python to achieve a specific goal.
That makes sense.
And then with the website creation, that highlights Manus's ability to not only analyze data,
Right.
but also to present it in a clear and engaging way.
Okay.
Creating a website is no small feat.
No, it's not.
And the fact that Manus can do this autonomously, pulling data from APIs,
Yeah.
generating interactive visualizations, like that's a testament to its sophistication.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really impressive what it can do.
Yeah, so we've seen what Manus can do in these demos,
Hmm.
but I guess the question now is like, how does it stack up against the competition, right? We've got tools like ChatGPT with its operator feature, you've got DeepSeek, you've got Perplexity.ai. Like, where does Manus fit into this landscape?
Yeah, well, from what we've seen, it seems like Manus is setting a new standard for speed and efficiency.
Okay.
Um, Julian Goldie, in his video, he specifically mentions how Manus is noticeably faster than other AI tools,
Okay.
especially when it comes to navigating and interacting with websites.
So that web browser control,
Yeah.
that seems to be a key differentiator.
It seems to be, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not just about like searching for information. It's about actually interacting with websites, filling out forms, downloading files,
Right.
essentially acting as a human user would.
And that opens up a whole new realm of possibilities, right?
Yes,
It's
I
not
agree.
just about like, finding information. It's about actually doing things with that information.
Exactly.
Yeah, and there's already buzz about Manus like surpassing competitors in benchmarks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the GA benchmark, which is a standardized test used to evaluate general AI assistance.
No?
And Goldie even compares the rise of Manus to that of DeepSeek,
Wow.
which was like a major breakthrough in AI.
It was, yeah.
So to even be mentioned in the same breath is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it sounds like we're on the verge of a major shift in the AI landscape.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way.
But there's a catch, right?
Well, there is a bit of a catch.
Okay.
Manus AI isn't exactly readily available for anyone to use.
Ah, okay, so there's a barrier to entry.
There is, yeah. It's currently in early preview mode,
Okay.
which means you need an invitation code to get access.
Ah, I see. So it's like the exclusive club everyone's trying to get into.
It is, yeah. And from what I've seen online, people are practically begging for these codes on Discord and Twitter.
Wow.
The Manus team is even running requests from Twitter users.
Really?
Yeah, to kind of showcase what Manus can do, which is a pretty clever marketing strategy.
It is pretty clever. Yeah, it's generating a lot of buzz.
Yeah, but it also raises the question, like, how accessible will Manus ultimately be? Will it become a widely available tool, or will it remain exclusive? That's a crucial question.
It is, yeah. And, we've seen the incredible potential of Manus,
Yeah.
but if it's not accessible to everyone, it could exacerbate existing inequalities, right?
Right.
We need to make sure that the benefits of AI are shared broadly, not just concentrated among a select few.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a really important point.
And that kind of brings us to the question of potential applications. We've seen Manus research real estate, analyze stocks, screen resumes,
Right.
but these are just a few examples.
Yeah.
The potential applications seem almost limitless.
I'm already thinking about how this could impact my own work.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine having Manus handle all the tedious tasks like scheduling appointments,
Yeah.
managing expenses, even like planning meals.
Right.
It's like having a personal assistant who anticipates your needs and takes care of all the mundane details.
It's a tantalizing prospect, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it's not just about freeing up time. It's about like, reclaiming those lost hours that we spend on just like busy work.
Right.
And redirecting them towards things that we actually enjoy.
Exactly. More time for hobbies, spending time with loved ones.
Yeah.
Simply relaxing and recharging.
Right. And what about the potential impact on various industries.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, we've talked about like research and data analysis, but
Mm-hmm.
think about healthcare education, even like creative industries.
Right.
Manus could really revolutionize the way we work, learn, and interact with the world.
It's really exciting to think about all the possibilities, but also a little bit daunting.
Yeah.
It's like we're on the cusp of something really big, and we're not quite sure where it's going to take us.
Yeah, it's both exciting and a little bit terrifying at the same time.
Exactly. It's like a
Yeah.
double-edged sword.
Yeah, and I think that's a perfect segue into our next topic,
Okay.
which is the potential downsides of this technology.
Right, because with great power comes,
Yeah.
you know.
The same.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we've explored a bit about what Manus AI can do and just how powerful it seems to be.
Yeah, it's definitely impressive.
But with great power comes, well, you know the saying.
Yeah, of course.
Let's talk about the potential downsides of this technology.
Oh, yeah. That's a crucial part of the conversation, right?
Right.
Any technology as potent as Manus needs to be approached with, a healthy dose of caution.
Absolutely.
And that's something that Julian Goldie touches on in his video as well.
Okay.
He's clearly impressed by Manus's capabilities,
Right.
but he also expresses some concerns about its potential implications.
Yeah, he makes a point about Chinese AI development moving incredibly fast,
Right.
even suggesting that Manus could become the next DeepSeek,
Yeah.
which is a
Well,
huge moment for AI.
it was a groundbreaking moment for sure.
So that sense of rapid progress, it almost makes it feel like we're at a crucial turning point.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
So what are some of the potential risks that we need to be aware of? Well, one of the most immediate concerns, I think, is the potential for misuse.
Okay.
Imagine Manus falling into the wrong hands.
Right.
With its ability to control web browsers' access and manipulate data, even execute commands,
Right.
it could be used to automate malicious activities on a scale we haven't seen before.
That's a chilling thought.
It is.
It's like giving a powerful tool to someone with bad intentions.
Exactly.
And beyond deliberate misuse, what about unintended consequences?
Right.
Could Manus make mistakes that have real-world repercussions?
That's certainly a possibility.
Okay.
No AI is perfect.
Right.
And even with advanced learning algorithms, there's always a chance for errors.
Of course.
The challenge is that with Manus's ability to actually interact with the real world,
Yeah.
those errors could have more tangible consequences.
Right.
Imagine Manus making a mistake in a financial transaction
Oh, wow.
or misinterpreting data in a medical diagnosis.
So the stakes are incredibly high.
They are, yeah.
We're not just talking about like hypothetical scenarios here. No.
These are real-world risks that need to be carefully considered.
Absolutely.
And what about the economic impact?
Okay.
We've already seen some jobs being displaced by automation.
Right.
Could Manus accelerate that trend?
It's certainly a valid concern.
Okay.
As Manus becomes more sophisticated
Right.
and capable of handling more complex tasks,
Yeah.
it's inevitable that certain jobs will be impacted.
Okay.
And it's not just about low-skill jobs. We're talking about potentially impacting fields like research, data analysis,
Yeah.
even creative industries.
So that raises the question, how do we prepare for this shift in the workforce?
Right.
Do we need to rethink education and job training
Yeah.
to equip people for the jobs of the future?
Absolutely.
Oh.
We need to be proactive in anticipating these changes
Right.
and ensuring that people have the skills they need to thrive in a world where AI is increasingly integrated into the workforce.
Okay.
This might involve focusing on uniquely human skills.
Okay. Like critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, emotional intelligence,
Right.
areas where AI currently falls short.
So it's like we need to focus on what makes us human,
Exactly.
on those skills and qualities that can't be replicated by machines.
Right.
But even then, there's still this sense of unease,
Yeah.
about AI taking over tasks that were once considered uniquely human.
Right.
It's almost like we're outsourcing parts of our lives to algorithms.
That's a valid point,
Yeah.
As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, it raises questions about our own sense of agency and autonomy.
Right.
Are we becoming too reliant on these tools?
Yeah.
Are we surrendering too much control?
It's like we're in this uncharted territory, where the lines between human and machine are blurring.
Right.
We're not quite sure what the implications are.
Exactly. And that brings us back to the importance of responsible development and deployment of AI. We need to be having these conversations now before this technology becomes so pervasive that it's difficult to course correct.
Yeah, we can't just blindly embrace the potential benefits
Right.
without also acknowledging the potential risks.
Absolutely.
It's a balancing act.
It is.
And it's crucial that we find the right balance.
I agree.
So what are some of the steps we can take to mitigate these risks
Okay.
and ensure that AI is used responsibly?
Well, one crucial step is to establish clear ethical guidelines and regulations for AI development and use.
Okay, so we need rules of the road for AI, so to speak,
Right.
to guide its development and ensure that it's aligned with human values.
Right.
And who should be responsible for developing and enforcing these guidelines?
That's a complex issue.
Yeah.
It requires collaboration and dialogue between all stakeholders,
Okay.
governments,
Yeah.
tech companies, researchers, ethicists, the public.
It's like we need a global conversation about AI,
Yeah,
one that involves diverse voices and perspectives to ensure that we're all on the same page.
I think that's essential.
But even with guidelines and regulations in place,
Right.
there's still the challenge of enforcement.
Of course.
How do we ensure that these rules are actually being followed?
That's where transparency and accountability come into play.
Okay.
We need to develop mechanisms for monitoring AI systems, auditing their performance,
Yeah.
holding developers accountable for any breaches or violations.
Okay.
This might involve creating independent oversight bodies, implementing robust testing and evaluation protocols,
Right.
fostering a culture of transparency within the AI industry.
So it's not just about setting rules.
No.
It's about creating a system of checks and balances.
Exact.
To ensure that those rules are being followed, right? It's
Yeah.
like we need to build guardrails for AI development to prevent it from veering off course.
I like that analogy.
And it's important to recognize that this is an ongoing process
Yeah.
as AI continues to evolve.
Right.
We need to be adaptable and willing to adjust our approach as needed. What might seem like a sufficient safeguard today might become inadequate tomorrow.
Exactly. So it's about being proactive and anticipating potential challenges
Right.
rather than reacting to them after the fact.
It's about steering the development of AI in a direction that benefits humanity,
Yes.
rather than letting it unfold unchecked.
Precisely. And that brings us to the current state of Manus.
Okay.
As we mentioned, it's still in early preview mode with limited access.
Right.
This limited access actually provides a unique opportunity to address these concerns
Okay.
before Manus becomes widely available.
It's like we have a chance to get ahead of the curve,
Yeah,
to put those guardrails in place before Manus hits the open road.
exactly.
We're not just passively observing the development of this technology.
Well,
We have an opportunity to shape it.
we do.
And it's crucial that we seize this opportunity.
I agree.
The decisions we make now will have far-reaching consequences,
Yes.
not just for Manus, but
Yeah.
for the future of AI as a whole. It's easy to get caught up in like all the what ifs and the potential downsides as we've been discussing, the potential risks and challenges of Manus AI.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to remember that this technology also holds immense promise for positive change.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it's easy to fixate on the potential negatives,
right.
but we shouldn't lose sight of the potential benefits.
Right.
AI, when used responsibly, can be a powerful force for good.
Yeah.
And Manus, with its unique capabilities, could play a significant role in shaping a better future.
So let's shift gears a bit and talk about some of those potential benefits.
Right.
We've already touched on how Manus could revolutionize various industries,
Right.
but I'm curious to explore how it could impact our daily lives on a more personal level.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
We often think of AI in terms of its impact on industries and large-scale systems,
Right.
but it's important to consider how it can improve the lives of individuals. Imagine a world where Manus handles your daily tasks, like scheduling appointments, managing your finances, even planning your meals.
Right.
It's like having a personal assistant who anticipates your needs
Right.
and takes care of the mundane details,
Yeah.
freeing you up to focus on the things that truly matter.
It's almost like reclaiming those lost hours we spend on just like tedious tasks
Right.
and redirecting them towards things we actually enjoy.
Exactly. More time for hobbies,
Yeah.
spending time with loved ones,
Right.
simply relaxing and recharging.
And what about the potential for Manus to enhance our creativity?
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about Manus writing code and generating websites,
Mm-hmm.
but could it also be used for more artistic endeavors?
Absolutely. We're already seeing AI being used in music composition, art creation, even storytelling.
Wow.
Manus, with its ability to learn and adapt, could become a powerful tool for artists, musicians, and writers,
Okay.
pushing the boundaries of creative expression.
So it's not about AI replacing human creativity. It's about amplifying it, expanding the possibilities of what we can achieve.
Right. And it's not just about creating new forms of art.
Okay.
Manus could also help us better appreciate and understand existing forms of art.
Okay.
Imagine Manus providing personalized insights into a piece of music, a painting, or literary work,
Mm.
deepening our appreciation and enriching our experience.
It's like having an expert guide walking you through a museum or concert hall,
Yeah,
providing context and insights that you might otherwise miss.
exactly. It's
Mm.
about enhancing our understanding and appreciation of the world around us.
And that brings us back to the importance of using AI responsibly and ethically.
Right.
As we've discussed, there are potential risks and challenges associated with this technology,
Yeah.
but there are also immense opportunities for positive change.
Absolutely.
It's up to us to ensure that AI is developed and used in a way that benefits humanity,
Right.
that it enhances our lives rather than diminishes them.
I agree.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Manus I think the key takeaway is this.
For that.
AI is a powerful tool, but it's just that, a tool.
Right.
It's up to us to decide how we use it to shape its development and ensure that it's aligned with our values and aspirations.
Yeah.
Manus is just one example of the transformative potential of AI,
Mhm.
a glimpse into a future where the line between human and machine becomes increasingly blurred.
It's an exciting, but also a little bit unnerving future.
It is, yeah. And as we move forward,
Mhm.
it's crucial that we engage in open and honest conversations about the implications of this technology,
Absolutely.
that we address the challenges thoughtfully and responsibly,
Right.
and that we embrace the opportunities with a sense of optimism and a commitment to using AI for good.
Well said.
This has been a fascinating exploration,
It has.
and I have a feeling we've only just scratched the surface.
Yeah, I think that's true.
The world of AI is rapidly evolving,
It is.
and Manus is a clear indication that the future holds both exciting possibilities and profound challenges. As we navigate this new landscape, it's essential that we remain informed, engaged, and committed to shaping a future where AI empowers us all.
Indeed, the future of AI is not predetermined. It's something we create together.
That's a great point.
Let's make sure we create a future where AI serves humanity, enhances our lives, and helps us build a better world for ourselves and future generations.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you found it insightful and thought-provoking. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the ever-evolving world of AI.
Absolutely. Take care.